What if you could hear Allah answering real questions directly from the Qur'an? Not stories, not opinions, but actual questions people asked, and the replies sent down from the Creator of the universe. Get ready, because these 14 answers might change how you see everything. First question. People once asked the Prophet, how should we call on Allah, loudly or silently? Allah replied in Surah Al-Baqarah, when my servants ask you, O Prophet, about me, I am truly near. I respond to one's prayer when they call upon me. So let them respond to me and believe in me, perhaps they will be guided. He is not far. He is always near. Second question. Some people asked about the crescent moon. Allah revealed in Surah Al-Baqarah, they asked you about the new moons. Say, they are measurements of time for the people and for Hajj, a divine calendar for worship and for life. Third question. A man asked, where should I spend my wealth? Allah replied in Surah Al-Baqarah, whatever you spend should be for parents, relatives, orphans, the needy, and the traveler. Spend with purpose and with heart. Fourth question. Is fighting allowed in the sacred months? Allah answered in Surah Al-Baqarah, fighting in the sacred month is a great sin. But if believers are attacked, they are allowed to defend themselves. Fifth question. They asked about wine and gambling. Allah replied with deep wisdom in Surah Al-Baqarah, in them is great sin and some benefit for people, but their sin is greater than their benefit. A wise warning, guiding hearts away from harm. Sixth question. How much should we give in charity? They asked. Allah responded in Surah Al-Baqarah, spend what is beyond your needs. Give from the extra, with sincerity. Seventh question. What about the wealth of orphans? Allah revealed in Surah Al-Baqarah, they asked you about orphans. Say, improving their condition is best. And if you mix your affairs with theirs, they are your brothers. Treat them with love, as family. Eighth question. They asked about menstruation. Allah replied in Surah Al-Baqarah, menstruation is a hurt and impurity. So keep away during it, and do not approach them until they are clean. Once purified, approach them in the way Allah has permitted. Respect, care, and balance in all matters. Ninth question. What food is lawful for us? Allah answered in Surah Al-Ma'idah, lawful to you are all pure and wholesome things, and also what your trained hunting animals catch for you. The food of the people of the book is also lawful for you, and your food is lawful for them. A permission and a responsibility. 10th question. What are the rules regarding the spoils of war? Allah clarified in Surah Al-Anfal, the spoils of war belong to Allah and the Messenger. They are distributed with divine justice. 11th question. They asked about the soul. Allah replied in Surah Al-Isra, they ask you about the soul. Say, the soul is from the command of my Lord, and you have been given little knowledge. A mystery, known only to the Creator. 12th question. They asked about a figure named Tul-Qarnayn. Allah responded in Surah Al-Kahf. They ask you about Tul-Qarnayn. Say, I will recite to you about him. A just leader, who built a barrier to protect people from harm. 13th question. What will happen to the mountains on the Day of Judgment? Allah revealed in Surah Taha. They ask you about the mountains. Say, my Lord will blow them away like dust. Even the strongest creations will vanish. 14th question. When will the Day of Judgment come? Allah responded in Surah An-Nazi'at. They ask you about the hour, when will it be? You have no knowledge to mention it. Only your Lord knows. Only Allah knows the time of the final hour.